everybody. Welcome to the Blade and Soul Legacy of the Hongmoon Clan patch preview. My name is Linda and I will be your host for this wonderful live stream. As you can tell, I don't have those beautiful platinum locks or Jonathan's guns. Maybe that'd be kind of nice. Maybe I should have done that instead. They have chosen to pursue new opportunities and we wish them the best and we will definitely dearly miss them. But as you know, the show must go on. So here we're talking about the latest, the hottest update coming to Blade and Soul next week on March 13th, or dropping on March 13th. So, as some of you may already know, we have some class specializations that are finally here for all of our 9 billion classes, but my counterpart will correct me and say 11 classes, because I'm not allowed to say 9 billion, but I'm gonna say it anyways. The Lynn Warden, that's finally being released for our region. A new story quest, the new level cap of level 60. We have some hot new events, including the Battle Royale Battlegrounds Shackled Isles. Some of you may have already been talking about it in chat. We have, treasure trove, whoop, whoop. And towards the end, we're going to have a special guest as well. So, as a friendly reminder, don't forget to register for the Hongmoon Ascension Pack. So let's switch over to one of our screens here displaying the pack that you should be registering for. We have a lot of awesome items in there, which also includes the level 60 voucher that allows you to kind of bring your character up to level 1 character, level 0 character, and immediately to 60. And a nice new feature that we got with this coupon also is maybe you have a level 30 character that you want to boost. This voucher will help you boost that character too, so you don't have to start from 0. But if you're super duper not feeling like leveling 55 to 60, that voucher can come in handy as well, but maybe you want to save it for a few other classes. Comes with some chromatic threads, a Hongmoon EXP charm that it's always nice to have to boost those Hongmoon levels. So that's kind of the gist of what the show is going to be. As a friendly reminder, we are on our internal QA server, so not everything on there is like final. Everybody's still working down to the bone, the wire. It's just naturally how games work. We keep working until that update drops, and we get like a day or two of breathing, and then we jump right into whatever comes next. So I would like to introduce my wonderful 2 additions to this live stream. We have Brett. Justin. Let's go with Justin first. Justin, our community coordinator, who did his initial wave. You may know Justin as the original chat giveawayer, and he's not doing any giveaways today because he's on stream. This is his first time on stream, so please be nice. He's our. There we go. I have nothing else to say. And then we have Brett. You may have seen him a couple of times. He is our localization writer for Blade and Soul. You may be familiar with Foul-Mouthed Granny that Brett and his team has coined, and she is much beloved and all that good stuff. You guys want to do like a quick introduction of who you are, what you do, and all that good stuff, and before we kind of jump into the class specs.
Sure. I'm Justin. I do community work for Blade and Soul. You may know me from Ian as well. I'm known as Cyan in both those places.
Cyan.
It's not Cyan or whatever else people come up with. Just Cyan.
I tell you, if people mispronounce it, it means that they can spell it.
I suppose.
That's the most important.
That's right.
That's the most important part.
I'm Brett, as she mentioned. I'm one of the localization writers on the team, so I'm part of a team that does all the English localization for Blade and Soul. Happy to be here.
Woohoo! We're happy to have you. Oopsie, sorry, I keep knocking my watch against the table. It makes this clack sound, and I'm like double, I have a watch and I have a Fitbit, so it's just kind of how I roll. I don't, yeah.
You're all shackled for the Shackled Isle preparation.
I like that. Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Not my best joke.
Let's jump into game and talk about, the class specializations, right? So when you first go into the game, there's some general skill changes that, you're going to see immediately when you're in game, but to unlock your class specialization, you must complete a quest line. Mm-hmm. And can you tell us more about that quest line, Brett? And
That's right. Yeah, as Linda said, so there are some changes that have happened to the basic skills for some of the classes. The basic chassis of all the classes is pretty much what you've come to know and expect. And then once you reach level 55 Hongmoon level 7, you will receive a quest letter for the Legacy of the Hongmoon Clan quest. And once you complete that quest, you will have some more options available to you. So looking at my Kung Fu Master here, if I open up the Martial Tome, so you'll see it's a slightly different look here. We still have your skills, but a few things have changed. Yeah, like for example, right now, you can see that there are no longer the elemental breakdowns for the class. I'm in the Dragon Fist specialization right now, which if you're a Kung Fu Master player, you'll find will actually play closer to the Wind Kung Fu Master, even though it's more fiery themed. So right off the bat, there's a few changes. You'll notice that your Swift Strike or your Tiger Strike are gone, and here's this new skill, the Dragon Claw. Similar to the Gale Fist, if you're familiar with the existing or old Kung Fu Master. Smolder is kind of a replacement for Iron Shoulder, and a lot of these skills you'll recognize they are the same. Now, once you complete that Legacy of the Hongmoon Clan quest, you will have this talent UI that you can open. I'm going to open up to show that really quick. And so you'll notice that there's 5 of these talents that are selected. Now, talents are ways to unlock new skills. Some of them enhance existing skills. You just click on them and they'll show you the bonuses you get. Some of these will increase the damage or add different effects to existing skills you have. So if you're looking for a skill you can't find, it's most likely that it's within this talent system. Or if there's a new effect you're looking for example, if I want my footwork to move forward, even when I don't have an opponent, I can do that here. There's this option with this Broken Ground talent. This changes your Tremor skill to a wider area effect with this Quake skill. Dragonfire affects your Fighting Spirit skill. It changes your Fighting Spirit to a new skill, which I can show you briefly. At any time you can have 5 different talents, one from each of these 3 columns selected for your specialization. And these are specific to whichever specialization you're in. So just to show you, like for example, the Tremor skill, your V is now this Quake. It now has a wider area of effect. You can see it kind of spread out there. So if I find someone to engage with, let's go down here, sure, why not? So you can see like my footwork now lets me move forward. I can engage, I can use my new Fighting Spirit. I'm kind of flaming on like a member of the Fantastic Four. Then I get this new Shadow Fist that opens up. So some new skills opening up. Some of the existing skills have new abilities, like for example, your Rising Dragon skill now has a kind of a pole feature. And then, like I said, each class has new specializations. So you can go and switch specialization if you want to do something different with your character. You'll also notice that there's this 3rd specialization, which has a lock on it. What is that? We don't know. It's coming up with a future release, so that's something to look forward to. So if I switch over to Flying Kick, the Way of the Flying Kick, which is the other skill path for Kung Fu Masters, you'll see there's some slightly different options. Some of these are pretty much the same. Some of these will enhance your basic attack skills. Flying Kick also has a lot of ways that you can send your opponents airborne, if that's something you like doing. A lot of dodgy tank options. This Dragon's Roar skill is another alternative to your Fighting Spirit. It actually sends multiple opponents airborne over a certain duration of time. And again, you'll find that as you switch specialization, for some of the classes, some of your basic skills will have changed as well. Like for example, you'll notice that my Tremor skill is missing. I have this new Windgyre skill, so I can use that, and that does damage over time and then opens up some other combos. So a little bit more kicky than fisty, obviously. It's Way of the Flying Kicks. You'll find, like in this particular class, the Dragon Fist is more about burst damage. The Flying Kick is more about continuous damage and doing lots of combos. And like I mentioned, lots of ways to send characters airborne. So we're really excited to, I'll just show this sort of airborne skill. Sort of Idina Menzel, I want to defy gravity. So lots of options, lots of things to fool around with. Frankly, I'm just excited to see all the different combos that you can come up with, all the different combos in terms of talents, in terms of skills, in terms of whether you want to focus on PvE or PvP, whether you want to be buffing your group or focusing more on your particular specialties. There's a whole new meta for you to dive into, and I think you'll find there's lots of ways for you to enhance your skills, change your skills. You can't obviously pick particular skill moves like you could before, so that system is different now. But if you're looking for something in particular, it's probably there. It's probably either within the talent system or within a different specialization. You can still enhance skills, and as you progress, you'll unlock new skills. You can see that the Kung Fu Master and the Blade Master both have a skill that just lets you basically increase your threat if you want to sort of taunt and tank for your party. And then as you get to level 60, that's right, there's a new level cap now. You can go all the way to 60. You'll come down here, and you'll see that each class has these passive skills. So these are skills that are class specific, that don't give you a new ability per se, but they just make everything you do that much more efficient and that much better. So in this case, you can see the effects that are triggered, the unleashed effect gives you buffs, that sort of thing. So each class will have these level 60 passives as an option for you as well. Unfortunately, we can't show you every single class. We know you probably have tons of questions, want to dive into the meta. I know you're pretty familiar with the Force Master. Would you mind showing the what's going on with some of the Force Master changes?
Yeah, and like you said earlier, there's going to be a ton of theory crafting that everybody's going to be doing. There's just a lot of different ways that you can customize your class and everything like that. For the Force Master, it's going to feel pretty similar to what you're used to already. There's two main specs, Flame and Frost, pretty much how it was before. Frost is going to offer you a little bit more utility. Flame is going to be that damage, that burst damage, or sustained damage that you were used to before. Frost wasn't super popular before, but I'd be curious to see what people do with it now. There was always that one guy that ran Frost trying to defend it and stuff like that. But yeah, for Flame, you still have two stances that you're going to be able to switch between. Confusingly, it's Frost and Flame stance. Even though I'm still in the Flame spec, there's still two stances within the build. I mean, you're still going to be able to use Blazing Beam probably pretty frequently here. You still have every other skill that you're pretty much used to. You do have some, let me pull it up over here. Solar Flare is a new one. It's going to offer you a bunch of buffs here, increased attack speed on Dragon Charge during Solar Flare. That sort of stuff is brand new. Let me see here. Death Grip, Shadow Grasp, there's still two things that you're going to be familiar with. One major change that you're going to notice here, let me pull it up, let me view the icon, is previously you'd build up your Ember stacks and you would ignite it on the boss, and that would debuff the boss. That's been changed to the passive now, so it actually gives you a personal buff instead of debuffing the boss or the enemy that you're attacking. And you'll be able to stack that up to 4 times, and it just gives you a bunch of...
a lot of stacks with abilities, new energies and things.
Yeah,
that trigger.
for sure.
Yeah. Which again is part of the
here, I got an attack power bonus, stacks up. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see what people do. Force Master has always been a cool class, very flashy class. So that's still pretty much going to remain the same way.
I really like the Force Master class as well. I always teeter between Force Master and Blade Dancer. This is partly why I can never decide what character I'm level. Like some days I play Blade Dancer, some days I play Force Master. I'm raising a Warlock, and it's like, oh god, which do I want to play? So now with the level 60 boost, I can finally boost a character, or at least all 3 of my characters
For sure.
to the maximum level.
And as Linda mentioned, we have the new option for Len as well.
Oh,
that's
yes,
right.
That's right. But right before we jump into that, hey, Justin, can you pull up your skill window again? So
Sure.
somebody mentioned you had some points remaining on the right-hand corner.
Yep. So you'll be able to customize your skills a little bit here. Let me hide this. So I have enhanceable skills. You can see I have Blazing Beam leveled up. You'll be able to get some additional points through the achievements here. You can see use a special elixir to attain a new mastery. It gives me 1 point. And then I'll be able to use that point for whatever skill I want. You can go through here. There's a couple of them that I don't have unlocked yet. But yeah, you find it in the skills menu, the achievements window.
Cool. Gives you a little boost on the skills that you
Yeah,
wish to.
they're not
more.
particularly difficult to achieve, so
Right.
people should be able to hit 15 points pretty quickly.
So this is kind of replacing the secret technique
Yep.
thing that we had before. So now you have more flexibility in terms of which skills you want to boost once you complete those
for sure.
those achievements.
Right on. Well, moving on now, Brad, could you please show us
Yeah.
this? That's not the Lynn Warden. Oh,
So yeah,
that's
we
not-
have the new Warden class that you've come to love and know is now available for Lynn. I think many of you saw this coming, knew this was coming. And in addition, if you're planning, I love that she kicks her sword right there. That's my favorite.
She looks very bad.
If you very bad. She's bad.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah. So if you want to Lynn to win, we also have some new ear and tail combinations that are new to this update.
That's a fish, right?
So yeah, kind of. I think so. Kind of fishy.
Like a beta fish, sort of.
Right.
Well, somebody will correct me. I don't know if it's a beta.
Right.
I mean, it kind of looks
not a
like that
fish
because they
master.
have the very flashy tails and
Yeah.
they can
Right.
be extremely color vibrant.
These are kind of like deer horns and sort of like, I don't know, or maybe it's supposed to be like a Kirin. But yeah, very cool options to kind of go more.
Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, there's like deer ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the horn
Spiky
edition.
spiky tail.
Spiky tail. I like
Spiky
some of
tail.
the tails are too fluffy with the
Yeah.
ones sometimes. So, I really
So
like
yeah,
those
all
additions.
the tails you know, and then like I said, this patch we have 6 new options with these kind of 3 fishy looks and these sort of naturey antler combos. Yeah, so more customization options for when you're building your character, and like we said, Lynn can now be wardens if you want to have your little guy be the tank and be the upfront.
The invisible
Ward.
tank.
Yeah, exactly.
You can always use your level 60 voucher for that too.
Yep,
Just
absolutely.
throwing it out there. I'm gonna,
Absolutely.
don't forget to register.
I wonder when the rat ear and rat tail is going to come. I think the community would like that.
Ooh, that's on brand with the community. That's for sure. Yeah.
I have no words, Justin. I have no words for that. I mean, if you really want to do it, maybe you should write a nice proposal, and then we can ask, the senior producer about.
Could MS Paint it?
Maybe the next time the dev team's here, you can put up a write a whole proposal and do a presentation and do a mock-up and use your artistic
For sure.
skills.
For sure.
So we got this. Sorry. One of our camera guys is trying to get us to. It's fine. Anyways, cool. So Brett, you being the main Loke writer, you and your team, and obviously working on writing and everything for the update. Could you tell us more about the story that people are going to be able to see?
Yeah. So yeah, the last couple story updates have been kind of downers. I think it's safe to say.
What?
I mean, I don't want to get spoilery for players that haven't gone through it yet, but obviously we've left the players with a lot of questions. What happened to the crazy Dowager Tehu? What's her deal? Where did her son end up now that he was like possessed by this demon? You went through the brood chamber and saw that the Ebon Drake are still up to no good. So the new big content update in terms of story is the Temple of Succession content. So if you've completed the Epic Quest content up to current, you will receive a letter in your quest journal. I can show that really quickly if we go to my machine here. So you will receive. Where is it? Maybe I already. I should have it. Maybe I already accepted the quest. I already accepted the quest. Okay, so anyways, you'll receive a letter in your quest journal for the Temple of Succession Chapter 1. It is going to be a letter from Imperator Aang Hondu, who was General Aang Hondu before, but now that he's helping Nam Sayu become the new Empress, he's got a new title. So basically, he's going to direct you to this part of the Imperial Bazaar. And you will see that there's the West District, which you can now go through. And there's bad stuff going down. There is a red fog that is making people sick. There are reports that the Dowager may have reappeared. So he sends you to investigate because you are his biggest, baddest friend. So that is kind of the intro to that content. In addition, we have a new area called the Moon Refuge. So if I zoom out here, you can see in Solok, there's this new sort of turtle-shaped island area. And this is a new zone. It's similar in look and feel sort of to the Midnight Sky Petal Plains. Yeah, there's lots of content for you to explore there in terms of rewards and new things, NPCs to face, things to explore, that sort of thing. Ways to farm new items and yeah, get whatever you need.
Cool.
And the side story, the Temple of Succession side story, is leading to a raid. The raid will come out in a future content. So we do have more raids coming for players down the road.
Yeah. Everybody loves raids.
Yeah.
I do. I noticed there was another bazaar, and made me realize that there's a lot of bazaars in this game. They're everywhere.
There's the Hao Bazaar in Zaiwei and the Imperial Bazaar in Desari Palace area. So yeah. So yeah, you can see this area very similar in look to the Midnight Sky Petal Plains. It's kind of got more of a lunar look to it. The Longhui is there. He's no longer evil. And there's some daily quests you can do here. There's items unique to this area, similar to Sky Petal Plains in that regard. So these are the Kushabi, these kind of tree guys here, who you might remember from Solak. I think that was Act 8. So they're here, and you are helping them remove bane stones from all the creatures, which makes all the creatures go nuts. And this area kind of has lots of sub-areas, each with kind of its own theme. The Blightwoods is kind of more, undead. There are spiders. There's aquatic creatures in the Moontide Bathe. So lots of places for you to explore and lots of new content for you to dig into.
Cool.
This game has a lot of spiders, and I feel like every time I come onto a Blade and Soul live
You're
stream,
not a spider
I
person,
just,
Linda?
No, not really. I mean, I like the daddy long legs I'm okay with. I'm
Okay.
sorry to go off topic, guys, because those are fine. They usually mind their own business, and they're just kind of hanging in the corner and eat mosquitoes and other weird bugs. But like the other stuff is like, dude, especially when they're in the shower too. Surprise. Anyways.
All right, well, yeah. And then we also have a new giant PvP area that Linda mentioned earlier.
Yes.
So this is the Shackled Isles, which similarly to the Koldrak area, it has its own sort of UI down here. So there are certain times of the day when you can enter the Battle Royale area, which is the Shackled Isles, and I think Justin has that on his machine. If you want to take a look at what the area looks like.
Just running around right now.
Running around looking good.
Looking good, yes.
That's very important.
You can see on the map here what it looks like. Can't be a battle royale without a river in the middle.
That's right. That's right.
It's pretty big. Take you a while to run across the entire thing.
And the instance opens 20 per. So even
Yep.
if you didn't go in the first time, it makes a new instance every time for 20 people. So you're not like locked out of it. And with this particular map, I understand like the zone does get like a smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yep.
until-
There's a spirit wall that will close you all in, so you can't escape. There are boosts that you can pick up as you're running around that will give you certain abilities or enhancements. So you'll have to kind of gauge which ones you want to proc and trigger. And yeah, it's a battle royale. Again, many of you knew this was coming, but excited to see it launch with this update. And
Last man standing.
yeah,
Really,
may the
literally.
best battlers
Get that
win.
dub.
And this has its own season. It has its own ranking, just like other PvP content we've released in the past. So yeah, go nuts and enjoy killing each other. Please do it.
Whoa,
Please do it with love.
So when you win or participate, you do get the Shackled Owl coin that you can use to buy things through the merchant and see the rewards. Show me them rewards. Where are they at?
Yeah, so there's a merchant at at Mushin's Tower,
Right.
like most of the PvP content. So I'll go there now to show some of the rewards that are available. This zone has its own currency, as is the case with a lot of our seasonal and PvP content. And then I feel like Mushin's Tower is kind of the hub in terms of exchanging all those currencies for for new items.
For sure.
So, yeah, new opportunities to get items you might need to, if you're trying to rank up your equipment, etc. This is another way to go about it.
It is a limited time event as well, the Battle Royale. So, it's going to go away after, a few weeks. But if you guys really, really like it, let us know, try it out. Give it a whirl, and then give us your feedback on it. You want to see it come back? Do you not want to see it come back? What changes you want to see, what improvements. Always open to that feedback. And we'll forward it on and, hope you get some good stuff out of that.
It's the arrows.
Ooh. So we got some
Yeah, so
rewards here.
as you can see, there's a new currency, the Shackled Isles coin. And like I said, these are the new rewards that you can exchange the currency for. We have Psyche, Life Psyche, Piercing Psyche, Reflex Psyche. We have upgrade items if you want to upgrade your incinerator weapons, etc. Excellent Hongmoon XP charm. So you can see some of the rewards that are
Hey,
available.
Brett, could you mind moving
Oh,
the
I'm
window to
sorry.
the right? Yeah, there we go.
Always forget.
I'm new and foolish.
It's okay. It's different when you're seeing it on your screen and everybody's watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching it or people at home watching
You'll let it slide this one time.
Yeah, no, I'll do
Or-
friendly
or-
reminders, and the chat's always really good about reminding all of
Like,
us too.
hey, we can't see what you're showing.
Show us the rewards.
Not helpful.
I mean, sorry, didn't mean to be so dramatic.
Not at all.
If you'd like to cut back to my monitor really quickly, I can show off the rewards for this season. Weekly and seasonal
Yeah.
rewards.
Oh, just like some of the other things we have in game, there are rankings and
Yep. So, yeah. There's Shackled Isle coins, Moonstone crystals, experience, 5 million experience per week here for all the rankings. Seasonal rewards that you're probably familiar with. Shackled Isle coins, Moonstone crystals, and you can get a special title, I believe, right?
Yep.
So, yep, those are
Yeah.
the rewards.
And speaking of seasons and rewards, we also have a new challenge dungeon, I believe, right?
yes, challenge dungeon.
So previously, the challenge dungeon was the Dream Song Theater. So that is coming to a close, and the new challenge dungeon will be the Brood Chamber, which was introduced for the last update, and that too has its own seasonal rewards, like Justin's showing you here.
Yep. Hongmoon coin.
So yeah, same sort of general mechanics that you had with the Dream Song Theater season, now moved forward onto Brood Chamber.
Sweet. Get in there, make your parties.
That's right. That's right.
Make your what?
Parties?
Oh, okay. Make your prizes? I'm like, I would love to make prizes.
Sorry,
I
it's
say
my
no to that.
accent.
So, we were talking a little bit about the events, the Shackled Isles, the Brood Chamber Challenge Dungeon. There are a lot of events in this upcoming update that we're dropping on March 13. And one of these events is the Blossoming Soul event.
Yeah. So in the Ascension pack, one of the items you could get, I believe, was the
Fleeting
Legacy Soul Stage 1. Yeah, so this is similar to Soul events we've done in the past. There's a section in the Dragon Express where you can see the new currency and the new items that are related to this event. So similar to old events, there's currencies you can collect. You can get these fleeting souls, which are temporary souls, and if you upgrade them to the highest level, you get the brilliant fleeting legacy soul, which you can exchange for an awakened Hongmoon energy or an awakened ascending soul, which are permanent items that you keep with you. And also, if you already have your soul at those levels or higher, we have other options. We have divine greystones. We have the new Mystic Badge chests. We have the Wild Boar and Wild Boar hat costumes.
Let me preview this. Well, let me take my wings off.
Yes.
So similar to Soul events we've done in the past, but with a blossoming floral theme. Oh, that's fun.
Quite fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you can imagine what it looks like on all the races here.
Yeah.
You mean you can't see the actual race in the costume?
Some of the race models just look super excited to be like checking out these, yeah.
Oh, that's
like,
cute.
Works well for Lynn.
Yeah, it works really well for Lynn. I think there's just something about
Lynn to win.
Lynn, that's right, Linda
Yeah.
Wynn.
Which kind of sounds like Linda Wynn.
No,
I'll
no,
show
no,
the
no.
oops. I'll show the rewards here. I'll scroll down the list.
Nice and slow.
So yeah, the basic currency is the blossoming orb, which is the pink icon there, and then you also have the lunar coins, which is this other icon, and those can be exchanged for items. And this will all be spelled out in articles
Yes.
Yep, we have an
prior
article
to
coming
prior
out
to
this week.
launch. So yeah, a good way to upgrade your soul or upgrade other items as you explore the new content.
Right on. Thank you so much, Brett. Yeah, as he mentioned, that we have an event article that we're working on. It's going to detail out all the events that are going to be coming in as part of this update, which also includes an Awaken Raid event. You know, get new rewards, better rewards for all the raid content that you do, and we'll have more information soon. So hang tight. Don't worry, we won't be able to go through
Yeah,
a lot of things today because of the short time frame,
Right.
but give you a taste, a high-level taste of what's going on, similar to what we did with the class specialization. We couldn't go through all the classes because there's
Yeah.
9 billion of them, 11 of them, excuse me, and it would just take a good amount of time. So we just
Yeah.
want to give you some top level. You know, Brett likes playing the Kung Fu Master, Justin likes playing the Force Master. I can't decide what class I want to play.
Yep.
So that's just kind
Yeah.
of
So the Awakening Raid event will feel pretty similar to the Royal Raid event that we did in December. So similar mechanics on that front, and like Linda said, there'll be more information available on that prior to launch.
good stuff.
Yep, next week.
So in our next segment, we're going to talk about the item, equipment, and system changes because I'm saying this over and over. There are a lot of changes, a lot of good changes that we're looking forward to this update, and many of you are already definitely looking forward to, which also includes the weapon cost reduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Basically,
Sorry.
everything is being reduced for. I say basically everything. It's not everything. Basically, everything is being reduced for breakthrough and then upgrading through the stages.
Yeah. It's a really long list. We actually had this list printed out, and we're going to be literally go through one by one. But one, that would be boring. Two, you probably don't want to hear my voice over and over and over again. So
You have a lovely voice.
I don't know about that.
Until you made that groan right there. What was that?
Sorry. It's a long list, and
There's a
we'll
long
have
list.
that
Yeah.
list ready for you guys to see a little bit
sure.
later for exactly what those full details are of those changes,
Yep.
especially that. We also have many items that are being antiqued, right? Should we jump into antique, or did I skip too soon? Or should we talk about something else?
I think it's fine.
Okay.
So the antique stuff, in our current build, not everything is showing up here, just a disclaimer. But you can see here that there's the Aransu prisms, Raven prisms, faded Aransu necklace, ring, and then earring. They're all being antiqued here. You can see with the Aransu prism, for example, you get 100 gold, 25 silver scales, 250 Hellion cores, and then I don't need to list out the rest, but you can see them here pretty easily. Also, in the build that will be launching, not in the current one that we have on QA, these items that are related to cold storage and Heaven's Mandate will be antiqued for new versions of them. It'll work generally similarly the way that it does now, however, they'll just be different versions of the items. Like the white orb is being turned into the Ascendant orb, if I got that
Orb
name
of
right.
Ascension.
Orb of Ascension,
Yes.
I apologize. And yeah, it'll just all pop up in the window, you just click the button if you have the inventory space.
Thank you, Justin. And I jumped
welcome.
ahead a little too soon, and I know some of the burning questions we've seen on Twitter, probably asking about in chat, is the elemental accessories. And
Yep.
currently, some of them have elements. The new ones won't. They'll have an element called Mystic.
That's right. So previously the classes were broken down by elements. Each class having 2 elements. You might want to move it. Yeah, there you go. And also you had a stat associated with each of those elements. So if you were a Force Master, you had a flame damage and frost damage stat. So those stats are no longer in the game. Instead, the new non-elemental damage, as I like to call it, is Mystic. So you have this new stack. And what that also means is that some of the items that you've acquired in the past that would boost one type of damage or the other, flame damage versus shadow damage, etc., Most of those now boost this specific new stat, which is called Mystic, which again gives you more flexibility. If you had you don't have to acquire items based on your specific specialization within a class, because Mystic will apply to both. There are still some items that are class specific, and there are still items that are specialization specific.
Yep.
But for the most part, I think you'll find you have a lot more flexibility now.
Oh yeah. You can switch over to the other version if you would like. For example, this is the one that I have equipped. You can see that it is for Way of the Guardian. This is not for my class, it's just an example, but this is for Way of the Guardian. Using one Elysian Crystal, you can switch it over to the other spec, which is Way of the Madness. And you'll be able to switch it back to the other one as well using just one Moonstone Crystal. So the cost is very low.
Yeah. So even in those items that are specialization specific, I think you'll find that switching back and forth, if you do like to switch specializations a lot within your class, you'll have a lot of flexibility, and it's a very easy process.
Yeah, this is going to be in the game for quite a while. We have no plan to remove this at any time in the future currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can switch between them however you feel like at the moment. Like I said, even though this is a Warden item, not a Force Master, we're just using it as an example that you can just switch between the different specs as listed on the items. So you have to use an awakened accessory or a level 10. Anything lower than level 10 or non-awakened, you'll have to salvage it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just click the salvage button.
Or level it up to 10 and
Right.
do the Evolve a Rooney there for the. I don't know. It's just trying to get a little funny.
Evolve a Rooney.
So again, I think when you dive into the meta, you're going to find you have a lot of options in terms of customizing your playstyle, customizing your stats, customizing whichever specific skills and talents you want to focus on. And then have the flexibility to change that as the need presents itself. So you can be flexible on the fly and do what you want. You do you, players.
So Justin, we had a question regarding what happens when you salvage one of those accessories. Do you have that item on you?
I do not currently have that item on me.
Oh, okay.
It'll just be, as far as I know, it just gets turned into the Awakened version, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. So
something like that. And you can use it as a material also to...
Yeah, you can continue on your path.
Yeah.
So pretty straightforward, pretty easy.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, in regards to that. And we talked about antiquing. So some other changes that are, pretty hot that we made sure we want to cover on the stream is the transmutation for Sacred Oil requires 10 lesser Demon Spirit Stones instead of 1 Demon Spirit Stones.
Yep. The Demon Spirit Stones are... they're going away, but they're being replaced by lesser demon spirit stones. They're exactly the same, except you now have 10 of one, or 10 of them instead of 1.
So it's a 1 to 10 exchange when you antique, basically.
Yeah. Okay. So other than that, works exactly the same. So
there's a bigger abundance of the lesser demon spirit stones. So it's not a huge cost difference, but I think it's accessibility. It's more accessible.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a small change, but sacred oils are something that the community cares quite a bit about, so we wanted to make sure to communicate that.
Absolutely.
Anything else we should show them in the transmute?
Yeah, so the transmute window, a couple things here. You'll notice that, first off, there's this square gilded Hongmoon gems that show up for each one. You'll be able to transmute into those now, because they're a new item. And you'll also notice that there's dyads here at the bottom. I'll scroll all the way down. I'll click on a couple of them here so you guys can see the transmutation cost. Probably what you assumed it is. And then down here at the bottom, you'll notice that the dyads for the triangular gems are gone. The transmute is no longer here. But there's a very long list here of the square ones.
Ooh,
so let me click on one here. Just basically uses 2 of the gilded squares, and then you can get a dyad plus the materials down here.
Very nice.
Very nice, yep.
So we had a new gem transmutation, removed a couple that aren't so relevant, and then reduced the cost of gems in the Dragon Express.
Oh, yep, for solar energy here, let me pull it up. I think previously they cost, wrong one. Previously they cost 80 or 90, I believe. Now they're down to 8. So you can see here, just a whole list of them.
That's a significant reduction.
Yep, so
Very
it
nice.
should help you quite a bit when going up to the higher tiers of gems.
Nice.
And then I guess one quick note is, due to the Mystic stat being introduced, the Obsidian gems are no longer per element, obviously. So there's just one Obsidian that you'll be able to get now. I showed it briefly here in the transmute window. These are, yeah, so you'll basically just be able to, there's one type of Obsidian. There's no longer flame, frost, or whatever else.
Right, right. So when you transmute them, it'll just transmute into
Yeah.
Yep.
the
And it gives you
general
that mystic
ones.
stat that we talked
Yeah.
about. That's
Yep.
the new. Yep.
Exactly, exactly.
Very cool.
So we also have a fun system in the game that's it's like a collection system, right? That are we gonna call it the collection system, Brett?
Yeah. Some of you may have heard of this
Loading up
before.
here.
So the collection system. So you'll need to see this new tab in the showroom, and there's some rewards for collecting items. So I think, yeah, usually boosting Mystic and other stats, and just slight boosts for collecting certain items.
A lot of it is cosmetic items here.
Right.
A lot of them you could just obtain through the game, playing the story, whatever else.
Yeah, so some are tied to pets, some are tied to cosmetics that are related to a specific area or event, and then, like we said, just small but fairly significant stat boosts that you can get through this collection system.
Yeah, so there's only 3 different pets that you can see here on the window. We'll have more in the future. I know that in other regions there's a different amount of stats that they give.
That's
Over
correct.
here it's completely different.
Yeah.
You can see it only gives 400 HP, 20
Exactly.
Mystic and stuff like that.
There's a there's a good amount of these only really influence like defense and maybe very minor attack, and to some concerns like our collection stat bonuses are different from the other regions.
This way you get to look good while you're kicking butt.
Yeah, it's just for the people who want to put the work in, and you get a little kind of
Yep.
bonus
Yes.
with that.
So I have one of them unlocked here that you can see. It gives me 250 HP. It gives me 1 point up here. Then you get different ranks based on how many points that you have. And then you can see all the bonus effects that you have for the ones that you've unlocked.
Oh, so that shows the net effects of all the.
Yep.
Nice.
So no math required, no quick math.
Whoa, whoa,
good.
whoa, whoa. What are you trying to say,
Maths.
Justin? What are you trying to say?
So much challenge with the maths.
Yep.
Math is always very challenging. At least for me it is, unfortunately. Anyways. We also have some Midnight Sky Petal plane changes where verdant nightstones are bound to account and cost 10 copper to mail. And then you can now purchase Skybreak accessory chests for 600 tawny nightstones. A quick note that you can. They were previously called Raven, and now they're called Skybreak. They're the exact same thing.
Yep,
It's
same
just
thing.
a name change difference. So
Functionally the same.
functionally the same, just a name change difference. And then we have additional changes to cold storage and Heaven Mandate. Those dungeons have been boosted to be more relevant to the current levels. They're still very popular to
Yep.
run and whatnot. And they
No more
also-
one-shotting.
What?
No more one-shotting.
Okay, sorry guys.
That's
But hey,
right.
that's also a good thing because we've also boosted those rewards as well. So now you need the Orb of Ascension to activate the Dragon Stream versus, what was the other one?
The white orb.
The White Orb, because that gets antiqued.
Yep.
And you can combine 6 Orb of Ascension fragments to make 1 Orb of Ascension, and you can get them the fragments as a daily challenge and weekly challenge reward. These 2 dungeons also have a chance to spawn the Merchant of Wonder, who will sell you goodies of various types for a minimal amount of gold or a lot of gold, but
Or a medium.
minimal,
That's right.
medium, or a lot of gold, however you prefer to choose from the Merchant of Wonders. There are a lot of changes. I've emphasized this at the beginning and kind of throughout the entire stream. There's a lot of changes, a lot of new systems in this update, and we will detail them in our patch notes, our item and system change notes, so you can read all about them a little bit
Yeah,
later.
this is definitely not a comprehensive stream of everything in the update.
Right. We just want to review some of the top level things
Yep.
that we feel are important to mention. Just kind of, this is kind of really cool because this is a very exciting update. We've been working on this for months. We originally wanted to launch this last December. With some of the feedback we got from community, it was important that we took it back to the development team and they make those changes for all versions. for the new class specialization.
Yeah.
Very exciting times. Just a quick reminder, again, we are on our QA server, so some of the things you're seeing, we're mentioning are not completely final. They're very close to being final because, I mean, we're a week away from launching, right? So everybody's like, oh my gosh, we have so much to do. There's definitely still a lot to do. Everybody's, we have people who work behind the scenes still, our camera guys, Andre, Kyle.
We have to get back to work.
We got to get back to work. Well, there's working right now, technically, because they're running their stream for us. So anyways, I'm going to let Justin jump into the most important, no, that's not the most important. One of the things that you guys have been asking for to show on the
Skill
stream.
specialization.
Is this treasure trove time?
Yes, it is the Cherry Blossom Treasure Trove.
Cherry Blossom Treasure Trove.
Woohoo! So, I say this every time we talk about Treasure Trove. Justin, can you please teach me how to trove?
I suppose. If I must.
You must,
She
please.
does. She does it every time.
Oh my
Every time,
gosh.
every
She
time.
also owes me a lot of gold that I've
I am
loaned
not
her.
giving you
Oh,
any of
what?
that gold back.
Teach me how to
I
Dougie.
spent
Teach me how
all
to
of
Trove.
that.
Is that a thing?
Pretty much, exactly that. So the trove that you're familiar with is a trove that we have right now. There's really no changes or big changes because I know in the past we've added new systems and other things like that. The trove basically works exactly the same that it did last time. Of course, we've updated the bonus rewards. We've updated the rewards that you'd be able to get through rolling on the trove. I'll go through the bonus rewards here pretty quickly. You can see they're updated. There's different milestones here. You spend 5 keys, you'll be able to unlock one of these items. You spend an additional 5, and you'll be able to unlock the next tier, and then 15 after that, and you'll be able to
So it's
unlock this one.
cumulative, not.
Yep.
Got it.
I think my UI window is behind the camera, so they turned it off. So I'll move it over here.
Just didn't want to see your face anymore, Justin. That's all.
I
I'm sorry.
understand.
I'm sorry. I'm joking. Oh, the chat wants to see all the cute boys.
Oh, well, hey, what's up?
Hey, baby, what's up? How's it going? Yeah.
So I'll go down the list here. Please, let's focus here.
Yes, sorry.
And I mean, one important note is once you get to the bottom, whoops, I went too fast, I'm sorry. Once you get to the bottom,
You're completely out of control.
you will be able to, it'll roll over. So if you spend at the bottom here, there's 300 keys. Once you purchase an additional 5 after the 300, it'll start over, you'll be able to pick a different reward. So if you don't, obviously you're not gonna probably get everything that you want the first go through, so you can go back and pick something else that you were looking for from the list.
Nice.
And then we have the main list of rewards here. Major stuff that you'll find is there's some gilded squares, and there's still some gilded triangular gems as well. The scroll bar moves pretty fast, so I'll try to go slow here. I'll click the dot like it's
Thanks,
1995.
Justin.
The dyads are in there, the square
Yep,
dyads. Very
square
nice.
dyads. You'll see a gilded obsidian here. And we'll go through the list. I know you guys like to screenshot this, so I'm trying to go as slow as possible. I mean, the rewards have been updated. A lot of what you're familiar with is still here. There's just been a lot of new additions and stuff like that. You'll see here, there's Grand Celestial chests, 5 through 8.
For soul shields, very nice.
Yep, soul shields. There's also some necklaces here, and I'll keep going.
I think the type 1, type 2 refers to different classes that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll hover over some of these here so you can see. All right, so we're getting into the cosmetics now. You'll notice that Carnation is still here. I'll show you, there's an emote that comes with it called Serenade. I'll show it off here in a moment. So you'll unlock that emote by equipping Carnation as well as the Sky Bloom wings. I'll show it off here in a moment. Then we have some other new ones here, Golden Piglet to celebrate Lunar New Year. And I'll
You're
show
the
off these
pig.
cosmetics here in a moment. I'm just going down the list currently. Razzle Dazzle, new premium costume. Just go down
Obsidian
the list here.
gems.
Obsidian gems,
pet
yeah.
packs.
And then I'll be doing some rolls here, so don't worry. I know you guys are probably asking for that.
Justin has good RNG, but I probably just jinxed him
Yeah.
right now.
Oh,
so.
yeah. We did a test yesterday, and even sitting at my desk, I've had some pretty good luck. So
Show off that luck, boy.
I guarantee we'll have good luck on stream.
Whoa.
guarantee
Making
it.
promises.
No.
Wow.
All right, and I'll show off some of the cosmetics before I do the rolls here. So we have Side Ear. Is that how you pronounce that?
Sightseer.
Sight Tier. Sight Tier?
Looks like it's All right, that's not going to be okay. Yeah, well, we'll check that.
Well, the first thing Brett noticed, like, hey, that's not right. We'll fix that. We'll fix that. No problem. We got a look right over here, guys.
Okay.
Making some
This
notes
is why
here.
you'll always watch the. Yeah.
All right, so here's one of the costumes.
You gotta equip the glasses.
Oh, I thought I clicked the button. Preview. All right, there we go. The teardrop glasses. I assume they're a teardrop, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing, but it's a thing now.
Yep.
It's like you can be happy yet sort of sad at the same time because you just look that good in your sightseer costume.
For sure, for sure. A nice little beret on top.
Yep.
Show you in here. Pants on Lynn. Lynn
Oh
Mail.
man, they're
They are-
capris, but they're definitely pants. No shorty shorts.
Nope.
Does everything have shorty shorts?
Well,
It's a meme.
a lot of the
good meme.
Lynn male costumes have had very short shorts.
It breaks my heart, and it breaks the hearts of many others.
Yeah, the razzle dazzle, sort of like a traditional Eastern meets Western steampunk thing going on.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of detail on this costume, on the the headpiece up
Yeah.
there.
The wing. I like the wings on this costume. They're very cool with the
Yeah, they are definitely very
clockwork
nice.
sort of steampunk.
Move around a
vibe.
little bit. Show off some of the other races here. And then you'll be able to put most of these costumes in the tailor shop. So if you don't like burnt orange, you can get a different texture or a different color.
That's right. Yeah, and the same was true for the previous costume you showed the sightseer as well.
Yep.
You didn't see that icon.
Very orange on the males here.
Yeah, long
With
pants
some
for the
boots.
Lynn again.
I
Those
think
are
I
some
have a
serious
jacket. I have a jacket that color, right? That
Really?
orange? Yeah, it's pretty nice.
In
You're
real
a
life?
razzle
Yeah,
dazzle
the one-
trendsetter, Linda. You didn't even know it.
Sure, yeah.
I don't remember.
Yep, you can take a look at it later.
All right.
And the Hongmoon Ascension pack that we have has chromatic threads. So if you don't like
Yes,
that burnt orange,
yes.
make sure to sign
Yeah,
up for
the-
that pack.
Yeah, I believe the Ascension
Well-
packs come with chromatic thread and the new Orb of Ascension, so you can dive in and check out the new rewards for
Yep.
Heaven's Mandate and the Kari Lord.
We have
Cold
Equinox
storage.
here. It's a pretty traditional Asian looking costume. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the traditional, like Korean.
Yeah,
hanbok.
it's very
Very cool.
Gotta show some
it's
leg
very
though.
physicsy, as we can see here. Looks a bit different on males. Very dark, with some cool high top sneakers.
Yeah, traditional high top sneakers.
Yep. And then, oh yeah, Golden Piglet, of course. We have to show this one.
Yep, in honor of Lunar New Year, Year of the Pig.
Lunar New Year, that's right.
That's a big golden pig. Of
It's
fun.
very bright. It is very, very bright.
Can you imagine everybody in game running around like that?
That would be cool.
That would be interesting.
Maybe we won't have to.
Soul would be a
imagine
better
Linda.
place.
Maybe there'll be a whole new world.
Yep.
Come,
And then there's a new pet here. I'll show it off.
the flying pig pet. It sort of reminds me of the what's the
Oops, spoilers.
what's the Studio Ghibli film with Porco Rosso?
I actually don't know the name of the film.
Porco Rosso, I think. I mean, it sort of reminds me of that.
Yeah.
It's like a pig flying a plane.
zooming around.
Extremely enthusiastic.
Just got his pilot license. He has something to prove.
Yeah. Super excited about it.
Then here's the ultimate version. Upgraded, got some money, upgraded his
Yeah, kind of
plane
a
here.
gilded plane there.
Yep. All right, and then we have the, and that's the flying pig pet. We also have the pixie pet here. That was designed in-house by Dante.
Dante's
If you guys are
Dante's designs are always
familiar
so
with
great, yeah.
Mr. Dante, he does a lot of cool art for us. I'll zoom in here. She moves around a lot, so
Tinkerbell and Soul.
take your screenshots quickly.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have the ultimate version here. Very glowy. I have it in game so you can see the glow effect. It's pretty similar to ultimate pets that you've seen in the past. But it looks very cool. Whoop, zoomed in a little too far there.
Yeah, the Ultimate's almost like the fall version or something. It's like
Yeah. Mother Nature, different seasons, that
there you
sort of
go.
thing.
Yeah. No, very cool animation. I like that it flits about, and Dante's designs are always solid.
Yeah,
I think that
it's
looks
beautiful.
great.
Nice little
Yeah.
particle effect there. I'll show off the emote here. That's not how you spell serenade. Serenade.
So to unlock this emote, you need the Carnation outfit and
Yep.
the what are the
Sky
ones
Bloom
called?
wings.
Sky Bloom wings, correct.
I think they're Sky Bloom wings. That sounds
Yeah,
right.
so that's the set you need to unlock the Serenade emote.
Yep. And then, yep, all available in Trove. The Trove article is up right now on the website. You can go preview it, learn all about it.
Yep.
Pretty nice.
Thank you, Justin, for going over the Trove.
Do you want
for
to do a
us.
roll or
And
two?
Oh yeah, I forgot to do rolls. I'm sorry, I apologize. Let's do a
don't
couple rolls
apologize.
here.
Just roll, man. Just roll.
All right,
See what happens.
here's my daily one. All right, pretty good. Let me move the window over.
There
not
you
bad,
go. Make
it's
it
not
look
bad.
good.
All right, let's see. Okay, we'll get there. Don't worry.
So many promises.
Yep,
You're getting
there's a lot of
decent on your
rewards.
trip meter, though.
Yeah, so just wait. Just hold on. We'll see.
No, just don't worry. Just keep going.
Got to give them time to soak in. Oh, you know, one thing that I would like to mention is there's also, you can see here, there's a new skill effect, skill effect,
Skill illusion.
effect, yeah, I guess. Skill illusion,
The
that's what it's
Lotus
called.
skill illusion.
I don't remember exactly which skills they are, but I can
Yeah.
preview it in the Trove UI. Let me see here. But it works much like the Snowflake one and the Holiday one, where it just alters some of your skills. I don't remember where it is in the list, though.
Yeah, it's
Let me
towards the
see
bottom.
here.
It's the Lotus.
Oh, yeah, you can search.
Lotus.
Lotus.
Yep.
Lotus skill illusion.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't preview it? I thought I could preview it. Let me see.
Thanks, Justin.
Guess not, I'm sorry. Apologies.
That's okay.
I'll keep doing some rolls.
You gave us a little quick preview. We can jiff it later.
2-star.
Oh, 2-star. Keep going.
Not bad.
Not bad, not
Not
bad.
at all.
You were trying to reset your luck right there.
You're right, I was. Another 2-star.
Another 2-star.
I love the confetti effect.
Yeah.
Oh, just wait until you see a 3-star.
I love that one too.
All right, we'll do one more here since I'm going to click over. Oh,
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Gotta keep going, man.
all right, I'll do a couple more. I know you guys are getting that screenshot key ready. I mean, I have enough keys. I can go all day.
I don't think we can have the stream long. enough to do
Yeah,
that.
let's slide.
You need to get that
2
3-star. No, we jinxed him. We totally jinxed him. I'm sorry, Justin.
Moving quickly here.
Yeah, let's.
gonna keep
All right,
clicking it.
I think we're.
I feel
I think
like
we
we've
can move on.
committed, though.
I think
No. Okay.
We're
I'm going to
committed.
keep
We're-
clicking it as long as it's showing up on the window.
It's like one of those, like, you waited long enough and you're just like, I've already been here an hour. I mean, what's another 30 minutes, right?
What do they call that? A sunk cost fallacy?
It's not going to stop me. But I assure you guys, we really literally just jinxed Justin because during our
lots of tea-
rehearsals,
you got lots of
Story of my
Sure.
life.
doing his, playing around with it at his desk on the QA server,
Unfortunately.
there were definitely some nice 3-stars that happened, and it does that whole fireworks
That's
glitter
right.
effect. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, thank you both very much for talking about what's coming in this update.
Thank you.
A lot of changes again, I mentioned. We're gonna talk about them some more and whatnot. So let me introduce to you our special guest of the afternoon. I was gonna say evening, because it's not evening. Maybe evening in Europe.
It depends on, yeah, for some people.
We have the senior producer of Blade and Soul.
Hi everyone. Thank you, Linda. Hi, my name is Nico. Some of you may remember me from the launch days. I've been around, obviously with Jonathan leaving, who, by the way, I saw him pop in the chat. So
I saw it too.
I just wanted to say thank you, man, for all your work.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've built a little shrine on your desk and we pay respects every day. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you again for all your works and wish you the best. And the same for Bethany. So I am back in charge of the game for now. There have been some changes, as you've seen for the live stream. We had some new people step up, which, by the way, I think they did a great job. Thank you, guys. So yeah, I wanted to give you a couple of updates. So I just came back from Korea a few weeks ago. I met with the dev team to figure out, the content for the year and what's coming up. So there's a lot of great things. I know a lot of people have been asking about the engine upgrade. Unfortunately, I do not have any update for you guys. What I can tell you is that it's still in progress. I've seen a video progress that they've done like 2 months ago. It was super impressive. So they're pretty close to completing it. However, I do not have a release date for now. But the game looks fantastic with Unreal Engine 4. So that's definitely something, it's worth the wait. I know it's been a long time, but it's definitely worth the wait. So yeah, apart from that, we have a lot of content coming. We have new raids that are gonna come in this summer. We're going to have a new story Act 10 for the Epic Quest. That's also going to come this summer, and of course we'll have the the usual events and trove and other activities that we usually have when we do not have any updates. So a lot of stuff coming. I can't reveal everything. Obviously, we have more stuff coming in the later part of the year, but we will reveal that when we get closer to the date. So yeah, the other thing I wanted to mention is that this update that we're launching next week is absolutely massive. It's probably going to be our biggest content update ever for the game. What you've seen on the live stream today is not everything. We have a lot more coming that we just didn't have time to cover everything. So we're going to have more articles coming out. We're going to have the patch notes, obviously, that will contain more information. Just to give you a little glimpse of some of the new stuff that we were not able to cover in the stream. We have a new account level system that's coming with this patch. The new collection system, which we briefly previewed on the stream. We have a new talisman slot, so that's called Nova in other territories. I'm sure players are aware of that. So that's a new gear slot that's also going to open up with this patch. We have a new skill enhancement system, which we briefly previewed in the stream as well. There's just so much stuff. So please watch out for the patch notes and the multiple articles that we're going to have out soon. But yeah, it's really an exciting patch. I think everyone here is stoked, and we've definitely been really busy working on this patch. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. So yeah, and
thank you so much, Nico. Really appreciate having you here.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Showing your face, everybody's excited, and I mean, I forgot to mention, welcome back. You mentioned you were here since the launch of Blade Soul, so
Yeah.
it's always good. And just like everybody here in this room and behind the scenes, everybody's been working on Blade Soul for a very long time. So you're gonna see more of us. Sorry, guys, and you're gonna definitely hear more of me. So gonna have to deal with it. If you don't, I mean, I understand. It's okay. And I really can't change anything about my voice either. It's just that way. So don't forget to register for the Hongmoon Ascension Pack.
That's right.
Registration's still going on. You get some freebies. We're gonna
Get
deliver
that
that
level
out
60
to you.
booster.
Yeah, level 60, chromatic threads, orb of ascension, many things that'll help you, get you running when you log into the game on March 13th. So that basically concludes our stream. I understand there were a lot of burning questions that we really couldn't get into during the stream regarding, the diagrams and whatnot, but I'm gonna create a thread in the forums very soon. I've just been prepping that, so if you have some shots of me like typing away because I was making the forum thread, we'll have the VOD ready and everything so you can review the stream as well. Once again, I wanna thank Nico, Brett, Justin, our guys in the back doing their
Thank you,
thing,
everyone.
making sure the lighting's great, we look amazing. And of course, thank you guys all for watching, and kind of like, it's not really my first time hosting, but it's a first time for Justin to be on the stream talking to you guys. Brett's been on here a couple times, and I really appreciate him talking about lore. And of course, again, we welcome Nico back to Blade and Soul.
Yeah.
Thank you, Linda.
Again, thank you guys all for watching. You have any questions, forum threads coming up very soon, post them there. We'll talk about it. We'll answer the best we can. So follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, all that good things. Show us some love. We love you a bunch. Have a wonderful day and evening, guys. We will see you soon.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye. Thank
you.
you.
Bye, guys. Woo.
Bye.
Up where? It's bright.
Just staring at it anyway.